Within a couple of hours, made a shout out to our Facebook page and told the public, hey, we need more clothes, we need more blankets, we need more pillows, we need more toiletries, because these people, they left their burned down house without anything.
Right. So Yvonne, I know that you are running Village Store House, which is a pre-loved item store. Can you maybe tell us more about yourself, just maybe in the next 4 or 5 minutes?
Basically, I grew up in Penang, but I'm actually half mixed with Malaccan, Peranakan.
Oh, you are?
So my dad's a Baba, so I'm like a half Nyonya, Hokkien, Chinese, a family of 5 of us. My parents and I've 2 sisters.
Okay.
So we're 3 siblings altogether.
Right, 3 girls.
Yeah, 3 girls, all girls. Yeah.
Okay. And you're the eldest?
I'm the eldest. Interestingly, I started my diploma in accounts. So did accounting. I thought it would be easy.
Was your dad accountant?
My dad was an accountant.
See, I'm thinking because I know a lot of people who sometimes like to follow after their parents.
Yeah, my dad inspired me because right after Form 5, sometimes I'm like, okay, I didn't know what I wanted to study.
Okay.
Hey, why not just give it a shot? And then it became a little dry for me. I was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
So after I was done my diploma, I decided probably I should just explore and discover more about my passion.
Okay.
What I really love doing. So I actually took about a year off to work.
Right.
And
before university or what?
Yeah, before university.
Okay.
So I worked, and what I did was I actually worked with people, more about community development. Then I realized, hey, actually I do love working with people, serving with people, especially the marginalized community. And I thought hey, probably for degree, I should take a degree, somewhat related to understanding human behavior more.
Yeah.
So I started a degree in psychology for about a year and a half.
Psychology is about people anyway.
Yeah,
right?
people, understanding people, their behaviors. But I realized it wasn't really what I was looking for as well.
It wasn't for you. Yeah.
It wasn't for me because coming from an accounting background, it was all about numbers. Suddenly to psychology, it was all about theories and more theories.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is not for me.
Okay.
And then I realized that, hey, probably I should just, because switch over back to accounting, and because I didn't do too bad in it.
Okay. So you graduated with an accounting degree?
Yeah, accounting degree, with an accounting and finance degree. Okay. So once I was done with my degree, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do in my life?
Okay.
Should I just, just head on to a audit firm, and then, just progress on, climb up the corporate ladder and stuff like that. But, I'm a Christian. So I decided to actually pray about it. Me and my friends are of the similar faith. We do that.
Okay.
Because we believe that at the end of the day, our life is just not our own as well. We have God to lead us and guide us.
So you sought God for direction.
Yeah, I sought God for direction.
Right.
So I thought hey God, what should I do next? Because I am totally clueless. Yeah. And on the other hand, I really do want to work with people more, especially in the community.
So you still had that in you?
Yeah, I still had that.
You finished your diploma, finished your degree, you went for the 1
correct.
year.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually,
I had that since I was young as well.
Oh, really?
I started off having an ambition of being a vet, animal doctor.
Oh, really?
To help animals, and then it slowly grew to helping human beings.
So there's
as
a huge compassionate side of you.
Probably.
Just wanting to help.
And on the other part as well, I'm quite actually passionate about media as well at that point of time, because photography was my thing, and I'm like, hey, actually videography wasn't too bad. And then I came to know about this opening or a vacancy with this youth organization that empowers and builds young people in Malaysia through the different things that they do, just to inspire. I heard about that opening. I'm like, hey, probably I just give it a try, and I got a job. And
did they know about your accountancy background?
They knew.
Because I'm guessing they would have actually offered you another role.
Yeah, they knew about it, but I think they just took a really huge risk as well, just believing it. Probably give her a chance. If not, after a year, you can just switch her to accounts. Probably, I don't know what was going on.
How old were you then?
I was about 23. To cut a long story short, I was a videographer for about 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah, with Asian Youth Ambassadors.
Wow.
Yeah.
But in that course of 8 years, did you also have opportunities to touch lives and not just behind the camera, but were you able to still
I think within the 8
your...
years, because one of the things that AYA did, they call it the AYA Awards as well, and just to highlight different outstanding youths of Malaysia.
Okay.
An opportunity to be part of the team, just going around to interviews, just to find out about their stories and their life, and like, wow, they really inspired me. Okay. And then I went on to do the same as well. I mean, just impacting whichever community that I was part of. And one of the major opportunity I had was because through my involvement in my church as well, I get to meet people, people from all around Klang Valley, as far as to Nilai as well, because of.
So you really enjoy that, right? You enjoy mixing with people. People of all kinds of backgrounds, all kinds of color, race, religion, and that gives you joy and satisfaction. So one thing I'm really interested to know though, that from accountancy you went to media, so all that's good and fine, but what did your parents, especially your dad, have to say about it?
They thought I was mad. They've always said, this daughter of ours is just always having a drawing towards helping people.
They probably saw your time when you were helping animals on the streets.
Yeah, animals on the streets, or pick up strays and bring it home. They're like, what's this rabbit doing here? Or what's this cat doing here? Or
so you were already a bit different when you were growing up, and your parents kind of like, oh, okay.
Correct. Then I'll bring my friends home also, those from troubled family. They're like, okay, what's your friend doing here in the house? They're like, they have to just stay over for a night or two. It took me about 2 years for them to be able to fully accept, and then understand what I do. Because they thought that, probably she's just, still being very youthful, and
it's a fad, like it's a phase.
Yeah, it's a phase that she'll get over it and she'll pass.
Yeah. They went on to 8 years.
Yeah, went on 8 years. So I think I was.
Are they still trying to get you out though? Every time you're down, discouraged, you go home, and then they go like, "Oh, this is our chance to tell her there's something better outside."
But they still do that once in a while. Like, hey, do you have any savings yet? You have to think about
your future,
future, security, starting a family. How can you start a family with this and that, and the commitment, the time that you take off to help people. You could take time off to date instead, or to mingle and with other single guys around and stuff like that.
So as parents, you're just concerned about some of these very natural things. But do you still feel their support though?
I do still feel very much of their support as well. Once
that's
in a while,
important, right?
Yeah. Once in a while, I still kind of think, hey, there's a small little ang pao for you, just to help you with your petrol, or
That's nice. Yeah. Okay, so 8 years of media, then what happened?
I didn't kind of expect it at all. The social business that I'm managing now as well is quite closely
related.
Storehouse? Yeah, Village Storehouse is quite closely related as well to AYA. And the founder actually came, actually spoke to me and said, hey Yvonne, would you consider helping us manage one of our social businesses?
Right. So they were expanding.
And
Village Storehouse was one of those expansions, and they needed someone to run it. Yes.
Yeah, they needed someone to run it. And when I heard that, I'm like, what was going through? I'm like, oh my goodness! I don't have any, experience in running a social business or to start something like this, because right after I graduated, I was just fully in media. There were a lot of questions in my mind. I was okay, how do I go about this? Who can I, speak more to on, just starting starting a startup basically.
Yeah.
And starting a really unique startup as well. So how do I go about it? I just want to thank God as well, for guidance because as I had that thought, different ones with this experience came along the way, just to give their inputs, just to guide me through it as well. Yeah.
So you started by faith, just taking the step out because you knew that this sounded like a good thing. But now you've done it for how many years already?
A year and a half.
Okay, so 18 months. In those 18 months, there were challenges, but I'm also quite sure there were things that you celebrate.
Yeah.
And that's why you're still doing it. So tell us a little bit more of those things that we can celebrate and you celebrate as we come back from the break, okay?
All right.
Okay, so now 18 months in Village Store House, which of course has a shop in Summit Shopping Complex. And let's begin with the challenges that you can remember.
When Village Storehouse started, we actually started doing bazaars.
So no shop?
No shop at all.
Bazaars.
There's no physical shop yet.
Okay.
And we started with 2 bazaars actually. I took it as a trial run because at that point in time I was still doing media when I was doing these 2 bazaars, but it's just to help me to have a feel. And it gave me an idea as well, because a lot of pre-loved items and were donated. I learned how to filter, things through, okay, what can actually be sold.
Because not everything that comes in through donation is sellable. Some are broken, some are torn.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Some of the broken stuff as well, I've learned how to mend it back together so that people might still want it.
Okay.
And true enough, someone bought it as well.
All right.
Skimming through and filtering through, especially placing a price on it.
Yeah.
I feel that is the toughest as well at the beginning stage. So what I did was I started walking around different retail outlets to find out the prices of things, and for Malaysia as well, we don't really have a point of reference also. Not many point of references for pre-loved items. Prices could go up to like a few hundred for just an item. But for us, we actually wanted to keep it as low as possible, make it affordable to the public and to the community, especially around in Subang Jaya.
Right. So pricing was a challenge.
Pricing was a challenge.
I'm sure you've learned quite a bit about pricing since then. Were people, in terms of team, a challenge as well? I mean, getting people to... Because if you had a bazaar, I'm sure you had to have a lot of volunteers. But now you have a shop, so you have to have staff. So tell us about
at the beginning stage, because nobody knew what Village Storehouse was. So just basically getting the word out, explaining to people who we were.
Just to explain the vision,
the vision, how it works. Before even getting the volunteers, I took some time doing that with the friends that I knew. And with every single one that I made, actually I do that with the intention as well to tell them, hey, we have an upcoming bazaar. Through doing that, probably in the span of a month, managed to gather about 20 to 25 volunteers.
That's good. People actually liking the idea and they were seeing clearly what it was for. Because I'm sure it was not easy. I'm sure your bazaar, I don't think it was like 2 hours a day. I think it was like probably from morning to night.
Yeah, it was nearly 10 hours a day.
Wow.
And 10 hours just the opening hours, but before that, we have to prepare the place, pack, unpack.
Set up.
We have to, iron the clothes. We didn't want to sell something which is not presentable as well. I think both bazaars, it was a span of a week.
Wow, 10 hours a day for a week.
For a week.
20, 25 volunteers, new to the market sort of, and people really had to believe in it.
Yeah.
So it went well, the 2 bazaars?
It went really well. The volunteers, they themselves, they didn't mind the long hours. Maybe the first few days, they couldn't really grasp what was happening. But after meeting the people, after engaging with the customers, they were like, hey, Yvonne, this is amazing.
They could see it.
They could see it. And what was amazing as well, we saw the poor community coming in also.
Right.
It's could still clearly remember from our first bazaar. It was a Malaysia Day bazaar. And what happened was this father and son came in. We could clearly see that they couldn't afford anything of the average price or retail price in any of the outlets in the mall. The son actually dragged the father in because from far he saw the toys that we placed out on the table. Yeah. So father came in and he could see that he was just trying to look on the ground like, okay,
he's probably
son,
a bit scared, right?
Yeah, scared.
Yeah, he didn't want to disappoint the son.
Yeah,
son is
correct.
dragging him into this shop.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people in their mind would be like, this is going to be expensive, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so
probably
came in.
I'll assume what was going on in his mind is like, okay, quickly, get over and done with, let's go, let's not buy anything.
Right.
As the son started going through the toys and because on every single toy there was a price tag as well, and some of the toys was as cheap as actually 50 cents to a ringgit, nothing more than 10 ringgit. So I could see that he took a little bit more time. He wasn't like rushing off already because we were chatting with him also.
Okay.
As he saw the price tag, he was like, actually, it's actually doable. Then he started asking his son to pick what he wanted.
That's a good feeling, isn't it, for a dad to have like son, just pick anything you want. I think every dad wants to say that to his son or daughter.
Yeah, correct.
But most of the time they can't, especially if you are your income doesn't allow you to do that, or we're talking about marginalized people who are poor. They never get to enjoy, isn't it, going into shopping complexes, and even if they do, they just walk past most of the shops, enjoy the aircon, and try not to disappoint, because if they enter a shop, they will disappoint the kid, because the kid won't know the value of it. They just want the toy, and for a parent to say, no, I can't, and after you go into 10 shops and you keep saying no, it's very, very painful, I'm sure, but to be able to go into the bazaar and go like, pick anything you want, because after you saw it was like 50 cents, 1 ringgit, you probably helped to bring pride to that father that day, I could imagine. Of course, pride to the son as well. So that must have been one of those highlights, right?
Yeah, it was the highlight for me, because as he walked through the store, after they were happy with the toys, then he saw some pants, some jeans that was on display. So he actually tried it on himself. So he walked away with
something for himself as well.
Yeah, so he walked away with a pair of jeans and some
good
clothes.
Pair of jeans.
Yeah, a good pair of jeans actually. It really touched me when I saw that. And some of the volunteers noticed it also. Right. So it was, that stayed on until now.
Kind of put flesh to the vision, right? Yeah. Because you can have a vision sometimes, you can have even hear people saying that this is the power of what we're doing, but until you see it happen, and sometimes you don't even have to have like 1,000 examples, sometimes just that one family or a father and child walking in can go like, yep, that's exactly what we're trying to achieve here, giving people a sense of dignity. From the 2 bazaars, you went on and started a small shop.
A small shop, about nearly 700 square feet. So I think the reason why we started the shop as well was because some of the customers, they became friends with us. Then they were like, hey, Yvonne, it'd be great, you have a physical shop so we can come more often. Not just to shop, but they kind of just enjoy the friendship with us as well. Because when they came for both our bazaars, besides shopping, they took some time off to chat with us, just to share of their problems. We started becoming friends with them.
Yeah. So from customer to becoming friends.
Yeah. Not just the customers, but with donors as well. So, we have donors who are like, you guys should do this more often, because we have many more stuff to give away.
Okay.
They have the option.
Who donates?
It mainly comes from the friends that I know, and most of them are also from my church as well.
All right.
Really thankful for them, because they're really supportive.
That's good.
When they came to know like, Yvonne is doing this, let's come behind the vision. Correct.
But now you have even other people from outside, right?
From outside
donating. Because you have a Facebook.
Well. Correct. We
and
have
people
a
are
Facebook.
following your Facebook. Correct. And I hear that people are...
Yeah, friends of friends of friends are donating as well. The word has gone out.
Yeah.
So now we have random donors that come in, which we don't know who they are at all, but they're like, hey, we got things to drop off.
Okay.
Yes, and they do not come just once. They are regular donors as well.
You recently were involved in a project. Yeah. And when you put out the need on Facebook, you garnered just within, the first 24 hours already, you garnered thousands of viewers. And then I think in 3.5, 4 days, it went up to about 10,000 views and many shares, because it really touched people's hearts.
Yeah.
Tell us more about what you did in the last couple of days.
Yeah, I got a news that there's a squatter area in the heart of KL itself. A fire actually burned down 20 houses.
Wow.
When I first heard of it, I'm like, wow, we've got to help these people. Because it's a squatter area, so most of our houses were made of just, plywood. Fire spread really quickly. The victims, they didn't manage to rescue anything at all, any of their belongings. What they could take was just their children. They had to run for their lives.
There were no lives lost?
No lives lost. Probably a few injuries, but no life. Okay. No life lost.
Just property, mainly property.
I think probably one of the pregnant mom, she was quite badly injured, but thank God she was okay. Within a couple of hours, made a shout out to our Facebook page and told the public, hey, we need more clothes, we need more blankets, we need more pillows, we need more toiletries, because these people, they left their burned down house without anything.
Right.
And within 12 hours, I was just tracking as well. Within 12 hours, we have gotten like 50 shares. We started getting different ones messaging us on Facebook, like, hey, we have stuff to donate, how do we go about it? 24 hours after that, our store was overflowing with donated items already. And, we started packing, we borrowed a van and we started packing up the van and delivering the goods to these people. So we did this donation drive in a span of 3 days, because the first 3 days is actually really crucial for these people. Yeah. Not having any, clothes to wear, food, toiletries, a proper...
Can you remember? Because I saw your list.
Yeah.
It was a very long list.
It's a really long list.
Can you remember how many items that you guys donated?
88 items were donated.
88 items.
88 items were donated to us.
And you had to pack all of these into bags.
Yeah, into bags.
And it took about at least 3 trips.
Yeah, 3 trips to just head over to KL.
Amazing.
Drop it off, meet the people. We didn't just drop off the clothes, but we actually spent some time, because they have to kind of segregate as well to different. They have to ration it also. Yeah. So we had the people on the ground, the volunteers on the ground, to filter things through. Yeah. We want to be good stewards of what that was donated to us. Yeah. So we counted every single item that was given to us.
That's amazing.
Shampoo, body soap, pillows especially, because these people, they've been relocated to, we call it a balai rakyat. A lot of them, they were just sleeping on concrete floors. So the pillows that came in helped a lot.
Sure.
And blankets that came in, because they have no mattresses to sleep on. Yeah. Some of them sleep on those blankets or bed sheets that were donated. Yeah. And every single bit helped as well. People donated razors as well, shavers. So I guess for the men, it helped a lot as well. And diapers, children's clothes. There were a lot of children's clothes.
So, Village Storehouse made a difference when a difference needed to be made. So just one last question to you, because I know of many people who will wait until their retirement to do something like what you're doing. Is there any advice or words of encouragement that you could leave for those watching, especially the young ones, so that they too can not only pursue their dreams, but what they really hold dear to their hearts, things that they believe in? This whole
passion, this whole desire started when I was young. And how it came about, because one of my sisters, she was a victim of bullying in school. At the point in time, I felt like, okay, I was helpless, and I didn't know how to go about this. And I didn't want anyone else as well. I want to help anyone who is helpless, anyone who is voiceless as well. Because I've always had that heart and that passion. And if I'm not gonna pursue it now, when am I going to do it? And I always get reminded of this quote, is if it's not going to be me that's going to start changing my community, then who? We do not know what's going to happen even tomorrow or even the next minute. A lot of things is not within our control, and there's a lot of needs in the community. There's a lot of needs that's around us, a lot of needs around me that I cannot just shut my eyes off.
Yeah, sure.
I cannot just close my eyes too and still be selfish and, you know, just take care of my own needs. I feel that, you know, I can't just go by another day seeing another person being bullied, seeing another person being marginalized, seeing another person have to, I mean, you know, suffer because of their circumstance, and there's no one coming around them to support them. I always tell friends or people who are even just you know, out of school, I always tell them, you know, when you are passionate about something, you become really good at it as well, and people will recognize that, and because of what you're passionate about, you will go far. There are days, you know, it'll be really hard to wake up in the morning, definitely, but what wakes you up is that passion. You know that, you know, I'm waking up to a bigger cause. I'm waking up to something that I want to do. I'm not just doing it for myself. Don't shut that voice off. Continue to pursue your dream. Continue to pursue your vision.
Do what you can. Where you're at.
And at that point of time as well.
The timing is very important. Don't make excuses. You can start now, even though you're working or doing something else, a student. There is a voice that's within you that's telling you to do something good, something more with your life. You don't have to give up everything to start with. You can just do small baby steps, but just don't turn a blind eye, a deaf ear. I've got to do this, I've got to do it now, not tomorrow, but now is the time when the need is, I can make a difference today. Yvonne, it's been great talking with you. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you come back again. I would love to hear your progress, and I'm sure it's just going to get better and better. Thanks again, Yvonne.
Thank you.
So now that I'm here with the opportunity given by the academy or even the club, I want to journey together with these kids. So I want to guide them and coach them, or even to build life together with them, all this through football.